Hi, this is Bob of Bob's Movie Reviews. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll be notified every week of our DVD giveaway video. This video is going to be a spoiler, so there will be spoilers in this, and I kind of want to just talk about Paranormal Activity 4, and I'm hoping that you guys have seen it and you will respond and we can try to figure it out together. So I really didn't understand this movie at all. Basically none of it made any sense to me. So it takes off after the second one, after Katie kidnaps her nephew Hunter. And they say Hunter and Katie were never seen again. And just in case you're not, you don't know, Katie's not in this very much. But so it follows this new family, a girl named Alex and her boyfriend. And they're teenagers, and there's a boy across the street, Robbie, who he's kind of weird, and they find him hiding in their treehouse one night. Or not their treehouse, it's like a playhouse. And so they take him home, and he just seems really weird, like he's watching them play soccer, and he's kind of like following them around. And these are only like 8 years old, 10-year-old kids. And so one night there's all these cops at their house because they live across the street, and they live in like this really upscale neighborhood too. And so they're like, what happened? And the next day Robbie comes to stay with them, and their mom's like, well, his mom's sick in the hospital, there's nobody else, and he's gonna come stay with us for a couple days. So you assume that he's probably Hunter and the mom is probably Katie. So he's staying there, and things start happening, some weird things, and the boyfriend, I think it was Ben, shows him this thing where you can connect and turn off all the lights, and then put on an infrared camera, and you see all the little tracking dots everywhere. And they kind of show that a lot, which this movie takes place over 10 days, so they didn't turn off their Xbox for 10 days. And once the weird stuff starts happening, the girl decides she's going to start using cameras to record everything in their house. But she doesn't tell her family. She hides, I think, 1 or 2 cameras, and then they set up all the laptop webcams to record. But she doesn't really know how to watch it. And so things keep happening, and then Robbie tells the little brother Wyatt that he's going to let him see his friend. And everyone thinks they're talking about an imaginary friend. And I think at one point they said it was Toby, so it's the same ghost or whatever from the other movies. And so he draws this symbol on him, and the symbol, they look up the symbol, and it says it's something about ritual for a demon to take over a male child's body, and they give that away like halfway through the movie. And they list the steps on what it takes, and so it's like you already know what's going to happen. So I thought that was kind of stupid that they did that. And then, so like all the other movies, they just show a lot of cameras filming stuff. You really don't see much of anything, but this is another thing I didn't understand. It looked like there were multiple ghosts or spirits or demons or whatever, because at one point you see a small one, and at one point you see a tall one, and you don't know who's who. And another thing I don't understand is Robbie could see him, and he was helping Wyatt see him. And so if Wyatt could see him, they never seemed to be looking at anyone when they were talking. They showed a whole bunch of scenes where they came in the living room, and they're just talking to the TV. So I don't understand, why were they talking to the TV? And you could, like, even in one of them, through the dots, you could see one of the ghosts behind him. So why were they just talking to the TV? That's one thing I really didn't understand at all, why they would always be talking to the TV. And so basically, as it goes on and on, Wyatt starts saying he's not Wyatt, he's Hunter. So, and that's what the ghost, I think, told him, that he's Hunter. So I don't understand that part at all. Like, how is he Hunter? Because, okay, he does say he was adopted, and then later you find out it is Katie, and she has that boy, But if that boy is Robbie and not Hunter, I mean, if she didn't change his name and he's really a different kid, how did they get the Hunter? That doesn't make any sense. And I don't get it. My wife was saying maybe she got rid of him somehow, and he got adopted, and then she stole another kid, but that's just ridiculous and doesn't make any sense. The kid she took's name was Hunter, so he should be Hunter. And so, unless they're like trying to confuse the ghost, or they don't want him to be possessed or whatever, but that doesn't make any sense. So then the boy starts getting like really weird, and you can see he's like going through the stuff, and basically the last thing he has to do is he has to kill a virgin, which is his sister. It's not his real sister, like I said, because he's adopted. And then they start like trying to almost kill her, but like they just want the boy to finish him off. And at the end, they like lock down the garage and they turn the car on, and it's the ghost doing all this, and they try to kill her that way, or have her at least passed out so that he can just kill her without her even knowing. I'm not really sure. And so then her dad takes her out to dinner, and they kind of talk, and he says he's going next door, which is where they live. And so he goes next door, she goes home, she finds out her boyfriend's dead, her mom's also dead, but I don't think she sees that. And what does she do? She runs next door where she knows all the crazy people live. So I thought that was really stupid. And so she's like walking around the house in the dark, like in the third one, and she goes out back and she finds her brother just standing there staring at her. And then she turns around and there's all these people there. And then it cuts, and that's the end. So what I kind of felt about the ending was that maybe possibly these demons are trying to take over lots of bodies, because you can see that Katie is still possessed, because she's got like crazy things going on. You just have to see it to understand. I'm not really going to go any further, but you can see Katie's still possessed. They're trying to possess this other kid with a demon. And then also it seems like there's got to be 50, 100 people in their backyard, and they all look like they're possessed. And they want him to kill his sister so he'll become possessed. And it just seems like they're trying to build an army. I don't know, that's just how I felt about the ending. But like I said, I just really want to hear your guys' opinions, what you think. Let me know. I hope you enjoyed this. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and we'll see you next time.